Thanks, India. I'm on Delaware State University campus at the Community Police Relations Town Hall. This town hall is a joint venture between law enforcement, legislators, First State Community Action Agency Incorporated, and Delaware State University. Let's take a look at the conversation about the inclusion of all cultural sensitivities and better relationships in the community.
It seemed like we all came from different areas at the same point in time to say, hey, what can we do collectively to try to recognize what goes on in our community? It's right after the shootings in Dallas. The Lord knows we don't want anything like that. So why not bring together our faith-based institutions, our churches, our law enforcement, our community, some elected officials, some students. This is the thing that we can get our arms around. We're all working to make our community stronger each and every day, neighbor helping neighbor. It's not a matter of we versus they. It's not a matter of white versus black. It's what can we do to make a great area even better and strengthen our neighborhoods.
I think it starts with a two-way conversation. Police have to talk about some of the things we can do to improve that, to increase our transparency, to increase the relationship, to continue to build the trust with those communities.
Audience members voiced their concerns regarding law enforcement behavior toward the communities they are sworn to protect and serve.
From several people that you were working on to get it shut down, and honestly, you're not doing anything. Because the club is shut down Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but Sunday night from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning, you hear bottles hitting the houses, people cussing, loud music. I'm going to come and do it to your house and see how you like it.
You know, we still have we've worked with Councilman Sutter, and Councilman Sutter, I think, is here. Have we not continued to work to bring that under control? We've had additional police patrols out there, and we work with the club to bring them into line.
My question is geared towards the internal policies of the police departments that are represented here. Is there an incident? If there is an incident and a report is filed and an officer lies on the report to cover his partner or another officer, are there consequences in your department for lying?
Yes, we have a truthfulness policy. If an officer is untruthful and is proven to be untruthful, then they will be fired.
When you police the community, then I think it should be all areas of the community, not just specific neighborhoods.
There was even one question about the lack of diversity in the police departments, specifically in Delaware PD, and how they will tackle that issue when strengthening community and police relations.
I think that it's probably yet to that comment in terms of it continues to be a challenge. I think it continues to be a challenge for law enforcement nationally, not just here in Delaware. Although we sort of reflect on, agencies our size, agencies in this region, overall, we're not that bad in terms of other agencies. But, it does not reflect the population of the state of Delaware. We're right around, to give you numbers, probably right around 10% minorities. We're probably around 13% female, and so about 3% Hispanic. So we still have some significant challenges. I always reflect on when I came on the state police as one of those goals that I've always had. And, when I came on, I think I probably had the largest minority class in our history, and we still haven't managed to surpass that. And we continue to work toward that every day. Like I said, we've had our How to Be Successful seminars. We work very closely with Noble. We work very closely with all of our HBCUs. So the thing that we find challenging now is that as we continue to increase, we have folks that are at that age, especially folks in my time on, are starting to retire. So now we're starting to face some of those challenges, filling some of those gaps, and continuing to keep those numbers up. So we fight that challenge every day, and we continue to do that.
There was a noticeable lack of contribution from representatives of the church who were indeed on the panel. Is there room in this discussion for churches and other faith-based institutions? These pastors believe there is, and that the church is an integral part within the community.
We have to think beyond the benediction of Sunday morning. We have to do holistic ministry. and get out the masses of the people and meet people's needs. And if we have centers in our churches, I think that we need to be the ones, who's offering the GED programs, the tutoring programs, the mentoring programs, and we need to be the one to even reach out to the Department of Labor and ask if they would have a satellite office in our churches so that they could come and interview people for jobs, teach employability skills right there in the church. Jesus ministered outside. Jesus did where the people were. He fed the multitude outside. Okay, if we look what Jesus did, he has given us a model for being leaders in the community.
Should all be able to come and see one another as people created in God's image, all of equal value in the sight of God. And if we see ourselves as equal value in the sight of God, then we should see each other with a higher value. And also we see ourselves in segments of society, which is somewhat accurate. I mean, we do have different communities, different neighborhoods, different positions in government or whatever. But we tend to look at the differences that separate us. And I think when we see ourselves as children of God, as really one race, the human race, there are differences between us. But the Bible says man focuses on outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. So if we can try to see each other that way, that a lot of the stuff starts breaking down.
The panel and the community have all been given a chance to speak. What do students have to say?
I thought it was informative, and I'm a shy person, so I wouldn't ask my own questions afterwards, but at the same time, there's still a lot that needs to be talked about, and there was one question that got bypassed when there was a lady, I think her name was Miss Barnes, and she had asked about how the Fraternal Justice Department police officers had endorsed Donald Trump, and how should we feel about that, and they completely bypassed the question. So I think that should be brought up next time.
It was okay. I don't think a lot of stuff was addressed as it should have been. So.
I think the town hall meeting was a success. I don't think it went as deep as they thought it would. When we went to the planning meeting, we expected citizens of the community to come more at the police based on the Tulsa and everything else that's going on with the police department as well, as far as the police shootings and everything. We didn't really dig deep into that, but we focused on like the recognition and what policies can be changed. So, I mean, either way, it went good. Everyone got their questions answered.
I wish we'd have more local people in the stands instead of just state people.
I feel like it was a success. More things could have been geared to as to like what we would do next, but as for like the first step as to just talking about it and having a conversation, I think it went well.
I think there needs to be more town hall meetings with actually local police, not the kids, because the people, they're not actually on the streets. So the cops, they need to have more of the local police talking to them.
The police officer job is like any other job, so you get the same amount of like mental evaluations, but it's not the same job because you guys have weapons, and like a cosmetologist doesn't have a weapon, a lawyer doesn't have a weapon, a cook, okay, cooks have knives, but I mean, it's not the same thing. So if you have a gun in your hand, should you be evaluated for it?
And also just being in Noble and hearing some of the students who are, for instance, afraid of police officers or have a negative impact on police officers. Just being a student, not even being in law enforcement today, we can help them in Noble by inviting them to programs. We have police officers come speak to us every day, every week. So if they actually communicate with police officers, have that one-on-one action, they understand that not every police officer is bad.
DSU hope that this is the beginning of continuing dialogue. Thank you.